This is the plaintiff, Jayla Trailer. She says the defendant's children and her children go to the same daycare. And when she was waiting to pick them up, the defendant backed her truck into the driver's side of her car. Her head hit the steering wheel, and she was dazed and confused. Her neck and back were in so much pain, she had to go see a doctor. The defendant won't pay her anything, and that's why she's here suing the louse for the $5,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Tracy McNeil. She says the plaintiff was driving down the road the wrong way, and they both backed into one another. The woman's backlight was cracked, and now after the fact, she's making a federal case out of it. $5,000, what a joke! Bottom line, the judge will see this for what it is, a little fender-bender, and a woman trying to milk her out of all the money she can get. She's accused of backing herself into a lawsuit. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for car repairs and aggravation.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome in.
Okay, Jayla Traylor, you are suing Tracy McNeil for $5,000 in damages and pain and suffering because, according to you, she negligently drove into your car and crashed. You are counterclaiming for $5,000 for the repairs to your car and also aggravation because, according to you, it's her fault. Let's hear it.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 3rd, I was picking up my children from their after-school program at their school at about 4:45 p.m. I was parked facing east. The front of the school is facing...
Come on over here and let's see if you could use this little sketch here to help us out.
Speak your cars.
Okay. I was parked here across from the school.
Gotcha.
And I sent my daughter in to get my kids. The next thing I know, I looked up in my rearview mirror. Miss McNeil was coming into me full force.
Take the other car and show me what she was doing.
Boom. Hit my whole left side.
And when you got out of the cars, what did she say?
She said she was sorry and that she would pay for my car. She was getting her taxes within a few weeks.
Did she have insurance?
No insurance or license.
So you called the police, right?
No. The next
Why
day
not?
I went and got a police report.
Right, but why didn't you call the police right there while she was all apologetic and taking responsibility? And she tells you, I don't have a license, I don't have insurance?
Yes.
That doesn't tell you something about a person? Like, you know, like maybe you shouldn't count on them?
Yes.
Because they don't do what they're supposed to do?
Yes.
All right, so go on.
So then we befriended each other a little. We talked, and I kind of just felt sorry for her. She was saying that she didn't have the money right then. She was going to get her taxes, and she promised she would pay me.
Okay, how'd that work out for you?
Not good.
That's why you're called a litigant, right? That's why you're here.
Yes.
All right, did you talk to her at all after the accident?
Yes, I talked to her on several
And what would she
occasions.
say then?
I have text messages. She was waiting on her taxes. She wouldn't do me like that.
Let me see all of the text messages. What happened? Come on over to the board.
Same date, same time. Only difference is I didn't see her parked there at all.
Okay, which way is your car facing? Put the car...
First of all,
okay.
my car is backwards.
Okay, and where is your car?
There's a teacher's parking lot right here where we usually just back up
So
and
you
make
drive
wide
backwards?
turns. Yes, I'm
Yes,
backing
you're driving
up.
backwards.
Yes, I'm
in the
backing
street,
up into
on the opposite
teacher's lot.
direction that the street goes.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
I'm backing up into the teacher's parking lot.
All right, and when you're backing up, you back into a parked car?
No, she wasn't parked because how was she parked and we're in the middle of the street?
So according to you, who backs into... What are you saying? How did the accident happen?
She was backing up and I was backing up and all I heard was a boom. My truck is really big. So I didn't see her. Like I said, I didn't see her at all. And when I turned and I heard, I veered to turn into the lot and I heard boom.
You were gonna back into the lot?
Yeah, into the teacher's lounge. Well, they changed the rule now, but they had it to being a one-way at first, but now they have it a two-way after school. You can go both ways.
But it doesn't matter because according to you, your preferred way is backwards and hers is too. You're both backing up. Who is the lady who's with you, a witness or moral support?
No, she's a witness.
Witness, come on up to the microphone.
Do you want her to stay there?
I do want her to stay there. What do you say happened?
Okay, well, I was there picking up my boyfriend. Okay, my car is parked next to the alley. Mrs. McNeil was parked on the other side. Well, she wasn't parked. She was getting ready to
Actually,
park.
I do want you to go
Yeah, let
ahead
me
and go
show
back.
you.
I want you to come over. Hold on, don't talk until you get there because you're not mic'd. Tell me what happened.
Okay. This is Defendant's car. This is my car. I'm gonna pretend that this is the alley.
Hold on one second. You're Mrs. McNeil?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the defendant's car, that's the plaintiff's car. Is the plaintiff's car facing that way?
Yes, she's pointing towards
And she's
free
parked.
lunch.
And
Yes.
she's parked.
She's
She's
parked.
not here. She's here, parked.
Yes.
Okay.
She's parked. Mrs. McNeil was bagging out. The defendant, she started bagging out at the same time. They collided. I was sitting there like, oh my God, they finna hit each other. I'm like, why would she even start bagging out when she see this big truck right here? Like the truck.
Maybe she doesn't know that the other idiot's backing up. Maybe they're both backing up, going the wrong direction on the street. What, you didn't see me backing up? What, you didn't see me backing up? Are you kidding me? Is this just weird to me?
No.
Okay.
Yes. So the truck, she drives a Ford Expedition. This is a little Ford Taurus.
Okay.
So as Mrs. McNeil was bagging out, she just bloop, bow.
And they hit each other.
Her tail light was.
Oh, it's
broken.
more than her taillight.
No, that's all I seen because after that, I'm like this.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So is it relevant that the defendant didn't have a driver's license or insurance?
I don't think it's relevant, to be honest. He shouldn't have done that, and it's against the law, but as far as who's at fault, I think that just has to do with whoever made the mistake. Right?
Fair enough. But is it relevant, no driver's license?
I think it's definitely a big deal in the case, but I think I agree.
Okay, and you get the last word.
Yeah, I definitely think it's relevant. It's important to have, so it's against the law to not have your driver's license anyway.
That's true. That's true. Going inside the courtroom.
So, tell me about the text. You say you have text where she admits liability. Let me see your text.
Yes. And Your Honor, can I just say for the record, I was not backing up. I was parked.
What? Are you friends with her?
No, I don't even know her. This is how this came about. A week and a half ago, my boyfriend's family calls me and say, ma'am, it's a dark-skinned lady here looking for a light-skinned lady. Will go here. You the only light-skinned girl we know. So I'm like, who looking for me? Like, oh, somebody over there looking for me. Okay, I'm on my way.
So
I
you
get
go
there.
over there.
I get there, and she was like, well, I seen you sitting out here the day when I had the car accident. I was like, yes, I was out here. Me and my boyfriend, we both went. We both, seen it because he was getting in the car as the accident applied. So
Is your boyfriend here?
No.
Do you have an affidavit from him or anything?
No, he didn't want to be a part of this. So this is when I was asked, will I come on, and be her witness? And I told her I would because I did see that she did not look as Mrs. McNeil was bagging out. She just bagged right on out. Bloom.
That's not true.
Let me see. What do you think, that she's a setup, that she's a friend and
Yes.
she's lying about everything?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Show me the text from her. Do you have a license? Mm-hmm. Let me see yours. Did you send her to a place to get an estimate?
Yeah.
For the repairs to her car?
This is the whole thing. First thing, once I seen her car and her tail light, I'm like, oh, heck. I'm like, are you okay? That was my first instinct.
Why does everybody keep saying car and tail light? Show me the damage to your car. The back of the car is dented as well. It's not just the tail light.
Yeah.
I mean, your truck hits her car,
right.
it's not going to be just the tail light.
You said that on there somewhere. We gotta.
Okay, so go on.
So I asked her if she was okay. She said she was okay. She got out of the car. We looked at the damages. I was like, I don't have a problem with fixing your tail light. 2 weeks prior, someone had hit me on the front side. Someone from the city.
People keep hitting
hit
you.
me
Oh my
on the front.
gosh.
It actually was a city truck that hit me on the front side
Well,
of my
that's
car.
fortunate. Why did you send her to a body repair shop? Like, if you say it's her fault, why aren't you getting an estimate and giving it to her?
Because
here
the
in the text, you're saying to her where the address is and the place, and then you say the following. When she says, what's the deal? You say, nothing, waiting on my check in the mail.
First of all, what she's missing to tell you is she was also dealing with a friend who I was supposed to be buying a truck from.
So according to you, this text that I read, it was about a car you were going to buy from somebody she knows.
Yes.
And then after she says that, you say, hi, I'd like to talk to you before I go to the courthouse. I thought we had an understanding. You don't have to lie to me. I'm understanding about everything, as long as you're honest.
And the reason, Your Honor, was because the next day after she hit me, she told me she totaled her truck in another accident.
After that?
Yes, the next day. That's why I was going to help her get another car, because she promised to pay for my vehicle and my business partner sells cars.
So your story is that she's helping you buy a car. That's why you send her somewhere to get her car repaired?
At that time, it was just a light. That's why when she came to me.
It was not at that time just a light. You know, there's a lot of things that make me nervous. She paints a very good picture. I loved hearing her. She was very entertaining. But there's a lot of things on that side of the table that are making me nervous.
It's a lot of stuff that's making me nervous too. That she doesn't have all the text messages. That she said we kind of
No, she says
each other.
this is all the text messages.
That's not all
Show
the text
me how
messages.
it's not. Then show me
I
your
don't have them because in Milwaukee, U.S. Cellular, I have U.S. Cellular.
Okay, but you have an excuse for everything. When I read a text that looks like it's saying, wait a minute, you're ignoring me, and I thought we had an understanding. I don't want to have to go to the courthouse. Just call me. Just be honest. You're not like, what are you talking about? Which is what I would expect somebody who doesn't feel guilty to say. And then all of a sudden, it's not in the police report. It's not anywhere else. It's not even in your statement. All of a sudden, you come to court today with somebody who claims to have seen the whole thing. How would you even know that you had a witness and not tell the police the name of the witness? How did you magically know on that day you're all freaked out about the boom? You got the kids in the car. There's all this stuff going on. But somehow, a little piece of your eyeball saw the light-skinned black woman down the block for you to be able to track her down 5 months later.
She was
just
the only
not
one
buying
outside.
it.
I'm sorry,
not
but
buying
she was the only one outside. And my
Tell me about your urgent care and your chiropractor. You were already seeing a chiropractor though because you had back issues, right?
Yes,
so what is different about this? You did go to urgent care right after the accident.
Yes.
And I saw that.
Yes.
All right. And that bill is $304. The chiropractor was that a visit you were already scheduled to make and you were going to make anyway? But you saw the chiropractor before and you saw the chiropractor after, right?
Correct.
Put your hand down.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And what's the $2,404 for pain and suffering?
Yes, Your Honor. I hurt my back and my head. I hit my head on the steering wheel when she hit me. And then me trying to be...
This is not exactly a high-speed crash, though.
You're right.
Okay.
But me trying to befriend her and going back and forth with her. And
a little
just
less you
trying to-
befriend, a little more you call the police next time.
You're right, Your Honor.
And your counterclaim 0. On her claim against you, I am ordering you to pay her for the repair of the car and the urgent care bill, $2,525.03.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, the defendant's story does not hold up in court, and the plaintiff wins this case. What's your feeling coming out of the courtroom right now?
I still feel the same way, and the reason why I stopped talking to her, because when we were talking on the phone, she told me that to give her $2,000 towards her new car, and we can call it a wash.
All right, okay. Around the corner. No more driving backwards. Step on in here. Well, why is everybody driving backwards in Milwaukee? What's going on here?
I promise I was parked. I sent my teenager in to get my kids.
Okay.
I did not drive backwards.
You didn't get pain and suffering, but you do win the case. What's your feeling here?
I'm okay with that. She knows she's wrong, and she was lying the whole time. All lies.
Next time something like this happens, what do you do?
Call the police.
Good. Take
Correct.
pictures.
Yep.
Watch the People's Court.
I sure will.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, you know what? If you have a pre-existing injury that gets a lot worse and it's more serious than it would be normally because somebody else causes a car accident and then you get injured as a result, they're responsible for those additional medical bills.